part 3 of my video on this book. So in my last video, I said that neoliberal economics created a system of informal, economically enforced racial segregation. Essentially, Black communities were abandoned by governments and forced into abject poverty. Of course, this led to widespread political activism, including the Black Power movement of the 1970s. How did governments respond to this uprising? They used a two-pronged strategy consisting of coercion and gaslighting. First, they used coercive policing and police brutality to suppress anti-racist activism. This led to an enormous increase in the prison population, which has tripled since the 1980s. They also introduced paramilitary-style policing, which used military force to brutalize civilians. Secondly, governments used disinformation campaigns to depict African Americans as criminals and threats to society. And at the same time, they promoted the benefits of trickle-down economics and market deregulation, the very economic policies that were harming African American communities. In other words, they shifted the blame for racial disparities from neoliberalism onto neoliberalism's victims. So disinformation is critical to neoliberalism because, unlike the Jim Crow era, which used racial segregation, neoliberalism purports to be a post-racial meritocracy. So to maintain this mystique, neoliberals have to supplement coercive violence with gaslighting. And gaslighting is facilitated by mass media and social media. So the media has supported neoliberalism by depicting oppressed groups as criminal and responsible for their own plight. Another contrast between the Jim Crow era and neoliberalism is that neoliberalism allows counter-hegemonic or progressive messaging, but it co-opts that messaging and integrates it into its own corporate. For example, corporations will promote BLM while discriminating against Black employees. Corporations will support gay pride while gutting the welfare system that many sexual minorities rely on. Corporations will promote girl boss feminism while supporting policies that decimate the welfare system, including things like parental leave and daycare and education. So liberalism lets you protest, but co-opts your message into an advertisement for neoliberalism. It says, look how progressive and friendly corporations are. Every country should embrace corporate America.